where a field commander was a letter back to, I don't know, base back to England. Somehow it's documented. It's in a library in London. He said something like, um, the he did a report and was like, my cohorts, the Indians are held at bay. The French have run. My cohorts from the Algonquin tribes are holding the North, and I still have my trusty Yankee units that are so valuable to me, or something like that. Everything started happening with the Revolutionary War, and like Britain, like kind of occupying, America and taxing the shit out of it, and tensions arose, and two identities kind of like a split culturally. Like people are like, I'm not identifying as English anymore. I'm American. That started happening, so that word started coming up a lot more. Well, Boston campaign of the Revolutionary War, they won. Americans won. Guerrilla warfare. Bunker Hill, Reed's Hill, all those early battles. Lexington, Concord. The British were like, fuck it. The rebels there, they're scum. We're not even fuck with them. They're kind of isolated. Them all. What they did was they went down to New York, much more sufficient of a harbor and for as naval based as the British were. I mean, they took over New York for the rest of the Revolution. Now it's like the British capital, and it was there in pubs. The British were like having a blast, just dissing, making poetry and little jingles about how shitty America is. A bunch of hits. Well, somebody took like some old tune and put new words to it right as the British, right as the Revolutionary War was breaking down. And that got popular. It was like a hit song for a while. So it was Yankee Doodle Dandy. And it was just like this humorous, timely song that just like nailed it for the British. Like, just cracked them up. Let's review the words. All right. I only know two verses. I think there only might be two verses known. And it was just like kind of like a make it up freestyle as you go thing that they did in like bars and shit. Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Gooding. There we saw 1,000 men as thick as hasty pudding. Father and I went down to camp. So the kid went with his dad to like see like the American troops, and there he saw 1,000 men that were hasty pudding is not thick. Apparently it's thin stuff, real runny. So it was like there were guys that were like falling apart. They looked like they were gonna die. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Okay. So we established a Yankee is somebody who's native to America, European descent, native to America. That's what a Yankee really is. I'm a Yankee. How about you? Yankee Doodle means something along the lines in 18th century British. It means something like he thought he was fly. He thought he was sexy or like debonair to the ladies, and like he wasn't. He had like holes in his pants and his underwear was sticking out or something like that. That's what Doodle means. Like he thinks he's fly, but he's not. And dandy means he did like that, like he like went dressed outlandish, bright colors, trying to be a peacock to the ladies. It was real sexual dish. It was right in the window here. The British were really belittling American men, saying they were like not real men. Or that race. It even says, Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the women, and something, and let the girls be handy. There's something in there I don't even understand, but it's more like you can't handle real women, so you might as well stick with like little hussies and little like underage girls, because that's all you can pull or something. It means something like that. And the next line is, well, I think this is the first line. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat, and called it macaroni. That's something to do with like the American troops were so poor. Their general, George Washington, didn't even have a horse. He had a pony, which is like a hoopty he was driving. And then went to town. I don't have it in front of me, but it's something like that. So that was a dish. And then every time the British would beat the Americans, they had like there was all kinds of drummers and flute players and shit like that. You see them on like coins and stuff. Like not flute, fife players, I think it was. They would they'd play that song, rub it in the American faces, like at injury, insult to injury. So when Americans started winning the war, the battle started going their way, and British soldiers were be taken prisoners and filed along, and after a battle, after march, they'd make a march to Yankee Doodle Dandy. And now what? Yeah, we're Yankee Doodles, huh? You want to diss us now? You fuck nuts. We just beat you in battle. I think it did after Saratoga and definitely after Yorktown when the war ended. So it became Yankee Doodle is a diss on Americans, and we sing it like what, right? That was our first national anthem. The Star Spangled Banner